A tiger at the Bronx Zoo in New York was diagnosed with COVID-19, which is the first known case of its kind. And the U of I veterinary medicine played a huge role in this case. Dr. Sam Sander joins me with more details on this. I think most of us know that originally it was kind of bat to human is how all this got started, but there hasn't been much information about the transference of COVID from human to animal or animal to human, and thankfully you have all of the answers for us, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Good. Well, let's talk specifically about this case with the tiger and how you guys were involved, and then we can maybe get into more specifics about how that impacts us here in the United States.
Absolutely. So the way that this case actually got started was that there were some tigers and some other big cats at the Bronx Zoo that were showing some respiratory signs. Dr. Karen Terrio is a pathologist up at Chicago who is also faculty at the University of Illinois, and she was consulted on the cases for her expertise and her specialty within felids and zoos as well. It's very common in a zoo world to talk to other colleagues and make sure that we're doing the best by all of our animals. So that was not an uncommon kind of conversation to have, but it's a great resource for the University of Illinois. Because of that conversation, Dr. Terrio was able to help guide some samples, and there was some concern that COVID-19 might be the cause of the signs in the tigers. So they were able to get the samples, get them shipped both to the University of Illinois and to Cornell, who did the testing in duplicate. Once those results came back positive, we made sure those samples got to a federal lab called NVSL. Our director actually drove the samples overnight to make sure that those samples got there safely and efficiently to do the confirmatory testing there.
Is it known whether the tiger ended up with COVID? Is it from a human? Is it something that existed from animal to animal? Do we have any sort of sense as to how it contracted the virus?
It's presumed right now that it came from a keeper who was not showing clinical signs at the time. So along with the recommendations that we see in people, if you've possibly been exposed to somebody who has COVID-19, the recommendation is that you stay home for up to 2 weeks, because you may not feel sick, but you still potentially could be shedding the virus elsewhere. And it's presumed that something like that may have happened in this case.
Well, I guess how we bring this close to home is to try to answer the question, can your pet give you COVID, or can you give your pet COVID? Like, how does this work when it comes to us and our animals?
At this point, there's absolutely no evidence that wild or domestic cats can serve as a means of transmission of the virus to people. That is to say, there is no evidence at all that your pets can give you COVID-19. There is some very preliminary evidence that possibly, if you are sick with COVID-19, you could potentially infect your cat, who may potentially show some respiratory signs. There's very, very scant cases throughout the world. If you think about how many people are exposed to this virus, how many people have gotten this virus, and how many of those have cats, and only to have a handful of animals that even potentially are affected, just goes to show that this virus is much more specific to people than it is to any of our animals.
Better to be safe than sorry. So if for some reason you think you might have the virus, or, God forbid, you've been diagnosed with it, are there some basic things you can do to try to protect an animal, or is it, I would imagine it's a pretty difficult thing to do?
So the biggest thing is just to follow the same recommendations that you're hearing about on how to protect yourself. So it's the social distancing of at least 6 to 10 feet. It's washing your hands thoroughly with soap for at least 20 seconds every single time, multiple times a day, before you eat, after you touch surfaces, etc. It's wearing a face mask in public, and just generally practicing that really good hygiene and that social distancing. If you know that you've been infected with COVID-19 and have the ability to have somebody else in your household take care of the cat, that might be in the cat's best interest. If you don't have that ability, it is not in anyone's interest for you to then have somebody come visit your home to take care of that cat.
I think the trick is going to be getting the cat to wash its paws for 20 seconds with soap. But thank you, Dr. Sander.
Giving cats baths at home.
Right. We appreciate the information, and thanks for the work that you and your team are doing on these cases. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you.
We'll get more details on the story on our website. We have such a great resource here in your community, and all of that information about vet med at the University of Illinois can be found at CILiving.tv.